Hello, I'm Eric Colburn from ericcolburn.com, and in this AutoCAD Civil 3D for Land Surveyors video, I'd like to show you how to drape an image over a surface. So what we're looking at here is a georeferenced image that I brought into the drawing using the map command. And that was covered a lot more area than what you're looking at here. So then I trimmed that image to a border of a surface. That surface is in this drawing also. You just can't see it because I have the surface style set to no display so that we're able to see this image that lies basically underneath it. So the first thing I want to do is to edit the surface properties and change the surface style from no display to a surface style that has the major and minor contours and importantly has the tin lines set to display. Then we want to select that surface by clicking on it, and the ribbon will change to a panel of tools for working with surfaces, and you'll notice that above where it says Surface Tools is the Drape Image button. We're going to select that. For those of you using the command line, you'll notice at the bottom here you can type in AECC Drape Image at the command line, and I will put that in the video notes. Taking a look at the Drape Image dialog box, you should note first of all that in this drawing I only have one image and one surface, so those respectively were filled in for these dialog boxes for image and surface. But if you have multiple images and multiple surfaces in your drawing, you can use these drop-down selection boxes to choose the image and surface that you'd like to work with. And I am not going to change the render material name. I'm going to leave it with what was automatically infilled. I'm going to click OK, and it really doesn't look like very much happened. Now, did it? So what we need to do next is to change the view. So I'm going to select the View panel on the ribbon, and under where it says Views here, we want to change from a visual style of 2D wireframe to realistic. And this is actually a very large image and a pretty good size surface too, so it might take a few seconds to go through the next steps for the computer to catch up. But the first thing you can notice is that by changing to visual style of the realistic visual style, it changed the display of that surface style a little, so that now we can actually see through more of those surface objects, and you can see a little bit more of that image underneath it. So what we want to do next is to change the orbiting of it, or change it to a 3D view, if you will. And I'm more or less putting the Z values straight up. And you can see where the image has actually been draped over the surface. And I'll spin it around a little so you can see. Now this is a surface that has a little bit of elevation change, but not a huge amount. So the more elevation change you have with your surface, the more impressive, I guess you would say, that this effect is. But you can see now that it shows the hills and the valleys of that image overlaid the surface, which really makes for a better understanding of the property you're looking at. The other thing you'll notice, I'll just zoom out here for a minute, is underneath here is the image itself, and with that clipped boundary around it. And now you can see where by clipping that image, it makes it a lot neater when you're working with this, because it's not spilling out, if you will, outside of the area that you're looking to drape the image onto that surface. So it makes it a lot nicer to work with and a little easier to come up with any presentations or visualizations you might make from this draped image over the surface. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a draped image over a surface is going to be worth at least 100 times more than that. It really adds a lot to your visualization of the site, your understanding of the site. Certainly is something you can use within your office to better understand the lay of the land and what it really looks like. Very excellent method to bring in a client and have them look at this. They'll be impressed and they'll really understand the land a lot better also. And if you're making presentations or visualizations for any review agencies you might be going in front of, it's an excellent way to get them to better understand the lay of the land and what your project actually looks like. Even if you've gone out and walked the land, which is always excellent, I find that by draping an image over like this just adds to that understanding of what the property actually and the land actually is doing. So this has been AutoCAD Civil 3D for Land Surveyors video showing you how to drape an image over a surface. And I'm Eric Colburn from ericcolburn.com. If you have a moment, if you want to leave a comment below or a suggestion for another video below, please do that. And I invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you get a chance, please do visit ericcolburn.com.